Ladies and gentlemen, this is a difficult moment for America. I, unfortunately, will be going back to Washington after my remarks. Today, we've had a national tragedy.
We had just come off a win against North Carolina. It was pretty big for us because they were ranked fairly high and we weren't ranked at all. I remember it was a beautiful day outside and I was on my way to class.
In 01, I served as the running backs coach and recruiting coordinator. We were always in the office early. You get in at 7, and typically for us, it would start with a staff meeting.
My name is Heather Arianna. I was the assistant director and I was the academic coordinator for the football team. I went back into my office about 7:40, 7:45 when study hall was over, and I'd heard our video guy start yelling about something, and my office was right across from his, so I ran in to see what was wrong, and he's like, "You're not gonna believe what just happened, watch this."
I ran into a friend of mine and she said, "Did you hear what happened?" And I said, "No." She told me that a plane flew into the World Trade Center, and immediately I sprinted to the dining hall, which I knew had a television. I'm watching everything like everyone else unfold, and my brother was on the 40th floor working at Solomon Smith Barney. I called him and I couldn't get a hold of him. Immediately I was worrying.
Initially, the thought was a plane crash by accident. Then I could just recall a plane just crashed into the Pentagon, which is 15, 20 minutes from campus here. It's like, what's going on? We may be under attack.
This is a picture of the Pentagon of the United States.
I walked outside just to kind of look around. If you go up to the top of the stadium, you could see smoke from the Pentagon. Every once in a while, there'd be like these fighter jets flying over, which scared the heck out of all of us because, you know, there's not usually fighter jets flying that low over, but we didn't know what was happening next. I was walking back to my office, Melvin Fowler came in, and by then all the phone lines were jammed. Couldn't get a hold of his parents, couldn't get a hold of anybody. Lox and Melvin had a super tight connection. Coach Locksley put him in his office. He was obviously really upset. Melvin and I were really close too, so I would walk in there, hug him, just be like, we're gonna find your mom, we're gonna find out about your brother, it's gonna be okay.
My brother started his day like every other. He was at his desk and about to have his coffee, and shortly after 9 in the morning, he heard a large boom, and he thought it was a generator or a transformer blown on the roof. And shortly thereafter, a woman screams, "Oh my God," and without hesitation, he sprints for the stairwell, and he leaves his phone, his briefcase, his car keys, his jacket at his desk. It was hundreds of people, and he said that they were going down a floor every couple minutes. He said he was calm, he wasn't panicking, and then he gets to the lobby and the second plane hits, and he couldn't run out of the front of the building, so he runs out the back of the building, and as he's running, he sees a woman falling from the sky. And then I'd say he said about 5 or 10 blocks, that's when one of the buildings fell down. I do remember the sense of relief when I found out my family member was home safe. But I feel for all the families who lost loved ones that day. It's one of the worst days of my life and, our country's, in my opinion.
It definitely made us appreciate things. We found out we didn't have any specific tragedies from it. which we're very fortunate. But I thought it brought not just our football team together, but kind of our country together. Tragedy tends to do that.
It's a tragic day, but it's definitely a remembrance of the people who lost their lives, honoring them, the first responders, the people who were on the planes who lost their lives, and just remembering how the country came together, and just very thankful that my brother was able to make it out okay.
Melvin and I have stayed really close. Every morning on 9/11, he sends me a message, thinking about you, thanks again, I'll never forget you sitting there. Something to that effect every single year. It's just crazy to think it's been 20 years.